Good evening, all our friends. Scioto County Daily News. Welcome to a brand new program that we're starting for you good folks, and it's called the SCDN Bonus News. These are the stories we're going to talk about that you didn't see on the website. Why didn't you see them on the website? Well, it's really simple. When we do our scheduling, we literally have our scheduler full. And so at the end of the week, we still have articles that we want to let you know about, but our scheduler's full, so we can't possibly stuff any more stories in. So this is going to give us a chance for you guys to have a conversation with us. And by the way, if you can hear us and see us okay, if you would just type in that you can hear us and see us okay. It looks good on our end, but just help us out here because we're going to get started. Okay. All right. I've got Austin with me here. He is our official old geezer. If you look at the two of us, one of us is an old geezer.
Yeah, it's definitely not me.
No, it definitely is you.
Because you're sitting there looking like Santa Claus.
No, yard gnome, not Santa Claus. I'm a bad Santa Claus. All right, let me see. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, you can see us and hear us. It looks like we're ready to go.
Looks so.
Okay, so let's start. Here it is, SCDN bonus news, the stories you didn't see on the website. This is going to be so much fun. Let's just get started here. And what? The first thing we have is a report from our very own Sin Mackley. So let us go to her report.
Problems in a PMHA residence. It started when a Wayne Hills resident called 911 after a man, someone who's already been barred from all PMHA properties, showed up on her back porch. Now, this is at the exact same Kendall Avenue address where I grew up, like down to the apartment number. It's my childhood home, a place I grew up feeling safe. Dispatchers say the man had made a mess all over this woman's porch, but he took off and ran into the woods before officers arrived, and police decided to disregard the crime because he was gone. And now this is not his first run-in with this. Record shows he already pleaded guilty in Portsmouth Municipal Court to criminal trespass for another Wayne Hills incident back in July. Now, as we've been reporting all week, this kind of thing's becoming all too common. Criminal trespassing at PMHA properties is an epidemic. We've got people breaking into empty apartments to use drugs. We've got them camping in the common areas of places like Alexandra House. They're setting up housekeeping in people's sheds. That was one of the calls. There was a troubled homeless woman who was wandering into people's apartments on Christmas Eve. Now, public housing is supposed to be a place where people can feel safe, especially families, seniors, people trying to rebuild their lives. I know, like the Heisel Park Apartments, it's supposed to be for these kids who are coming out of foster care to give them a head start in life, except they're getting hit with crime, they're getting hit with drugs. They tell us they're just afraid. So it's not about trespassing. It's not just about that. It's this larger homelessness and addiction crisis that is just gripping our region. And, people are struggling with mental illness. They're getting just caught and released, let out, and then they're going back and bothering, people that are the most vulnerable, really. And, when I was a kid, Kendall Avenue was a safe place. Kids were, and I mean, it was a while ago, but neighbors looked out for each other. Kids ran around and play. I think the worst thing that happened the entire time we ever lived there is somebody stole a bowl of bananas off our kitchen table. And now we hear every week from people that are afraid to let their kids play outside. I mean, residents want tougher enforcement, more security, and better, some cooperation between police and the housing officials. And I have to wonder if PMHA's security looks at the police reports like we do every day? Because it is the same people over and over again, a lot of times at the same places. And until something changes, it's another day, another trespasser for police to chase off. But for people that used to live here, it's more than another report. I mean, for me, it's kind of personal.
Wow. What a report. Thank you, Sin. So, Austin, you heard in there, and we talk about Wayne Hills, and when we do street beats, we've spent some time in Wayne Hills. Kendall Heights, they want to call it, but it'll be forever Wayne Hills. And there's some real concerns about safety. Safety. Wayne Hills is if not the most dangerous part of the entire Scioto County. It is the second. There's a go with the top two, but Wayne Hills, right there, the hilltop, and Heidel Park Apartments, which is above that. You've seen the stories. Is a mecca for attracting crime. Now we can go into some of the different schemes. Sin did a wonderful job of explaining some of the hows and the whys. But all right, I'm going to go over one of the schemes. This is one of the schemes they do to people up there. All right, and PMHA knows it, and if they don't know it, they're irresponsible landlords. There are 243 homes, or 245, one of the two, families that live there. 243 families. Now, you take any other area of town, take your area of town, and count around you 253 other families. All right? That's the impact that we're having seen in Wayne Hills. These 243, whatever it is, families that are pushed in this situation. Outside forces are influencing some of the decisions that are being made within the residents. It's a terrible place to raise children, which is exactly what it's supposed to be for. It's a terrible place to be retired on a fixed income, because that's exactly what it's supposed to be for. And it's absolutely horrible. So, Austin, I'm going to run this scenario past you, and you tell me if you think this makes any freaking sense whatsoever. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, you live in an apartment. I'm not saying you live in an apartment, right? Okay. And you've got 8 months left on your lease. And I come to you and say, Austin, I would like to give you $5,000 to move immediately. Leave everything on as it is, leave the lease in your name, and just go and never mention this again.
I would go. Especially if I lived in Wayne Hills apartment.
You would go.
Yeah.
And then what about the fact that you may or may not realize that the person offering you that $5,000 is going to set up shop and do nefarious stuff around your neighbors, but you're going to take the money and run, knowing that the potentiality of, as Steve Miller Band said, funky shit going down in the city, that you're still going to take the 5,000?
See, the problem with that is most people that live in PMHA, they can't afford better. So if you would walk up to somebody and say, "Here's $5,000, leave," they're probably going to do it.
Now let's do this, because this is another documented, and I'm going to add on one. Let's say you're a single mother and you're living in Wayne Hills, or any apartment for that matter. You're a single mother, you've got 2 children, you're struggling life is hard. I mean, under the best circumstances in that situation, life is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Same deal. Guy comes up to you, says, look, $5,000 right now, you, the kids, out, start anew, and never mention this again. Don't change any utilities. Leave all this alone, and go find another place to hook up, to hang out, and then use the rest of the money for whatever you want, you and the kids.
Well, you also got to think, a normal place nowadays, $2,000 could get you your first month rent and deposit. You have $3,000 to buy your kids food, clothes, things that they need.
Yeah.
What single mother wouldn't do that? I was raised by a single mother who did live in PMHA, and I recall times where people would break into our apartment. I remember a time where me, my mom, my brother, and sister were sitting down watching TV, and we heard somebody come through the window on the second floor. They went into one apartment, walked across the roof, and came into our window.
Yeah, what's with the walking across the roof? I mean, that's a peeping Tom's freaking... I mean, it's ridiculous that you can literally walk across the roof and go from bedroom to bedroom to bedroom across the upstairs thing and just look in people's freaking...
I was young at that time, and I remember that it was the first building past the storage units up on the main parking lot in the back. It's the first building there. And literally, I remember my mom standing up, screaming and saying, if you come downstairs, I'll kill you. She wasn't going to kill a fly, but she had to do what she had to do. She was a single mom with 3 kids.
You gotta, like a cat, you gotta... Absolutely. So let us know what you think about this situation. You know, and we're going to talk about PMHA here in just a little bit on another note. But, you know, there are people responsible for this. Now, of course, the doers are ultimately responsible, but can the argument be made that literally under the nose of the PMHA, and there are laws that allow, that require tenants what's called peaceable, the word I can quote is peaceable, living conditions. It is a law that a landlord provide their tenants with peaceable living conditions. But yet Portsmouth Metropolitan Housing Authority, all right, knows that this is, if not the most dangerous place in the entire county, the second most dangerous place in the entire county. And they, as landlords, choose to allow their tenants to be subjected to all of this stuff that can be corrected. And it can be corrected first and foremost by the closest person there. And the closest person there is the management of the motel. Oh boy, that's our story. That's a Freudian freaking slip if ever. Is the manager of the property. And this isn't just Wayne Hills. This is any apartment building. I'll hearken you back to the education that was received by one of the Crabtree brothers. I believe it was Keith, that didn't understand being a landlord responsibility, and he got schooled on that. And you know what? These people need to be schooled on how to treat your tenants and your responsibility to the tenants, because then the next in line is the police department. And that's what Sam was talking about, is we've got this cycle of criminal trespassing, of this, of that, of a probation violation, mental illness, drug use, all that kind of thing that's a whole nother cycle, and it's a nasty cycle. But if the first person, the first line of defense was doing their job, the second line of defense they wouldn't even need it. They wouldn't even need it. So there's some very nice apartment complexes all around Scioto County. And we see the reports every day, and there's some, I don't want to jinx anybody, but there's some we have not seen one time that law enforcement needed to come and settle something. So there is no reason that the management for Wayne Hills can't step up and be an actual lawful landlord. Amen?
Pretty much.
He says to the atheist. All right. Look.
I even recall when I was a kid, it was hard to get management or maintenance to do anything on those buildings. You had to basically harass them to get them to do anything.
You know, and I've seen the reports as far as financials. All right, Wayne Hills is a loser for them. They even let me just come back here. Gosh darn it, we're on a roll. Hey, this is our first time, so we don't know how these are going to go, but this is the kind of format we wanted to go by. Anyway, I get the reports, and they literally separate their financial statements that they give to the big wigs that are on the board of PMHA, and they have one set of numbers. Listen to me, folks. This PMHA, it's crazy. People go to jail for this. They've got one set of numbers for all of their properties and all the income and the percentage of rent paid and all that kind of stuff, all the stuff they need to do. And it says not including Wayne Hills. They have a whole separate book for Wayne Hills and the losses that they're occurring there. They have about a 44% rental payment. So each month, about 44% of the people make their monthly payment. So it's a loser for them as far as finances. But if I'm on the board, who's on? I know who's on the board. It's rhetorical. Who's on the board? Do we have thoughtful people on the board? Do we have brains on the board? Listen to me. You would not have to have that second report about Wayne Hills and a 44% rent collection issue if you had a safe neighborhood.
That's actually quite true. Because I was sitting there thinking, would you want to pay rent if you had to worry about your kids walking out and stepping on needles? Would you want to pay rent if you had to sit there and look out your window and watch a drug deal happen?
100%. I'm surprised 44% of the people pay to live there.
I mean, they give you those nice big patios in the back, but God forbid you put anything on them.
So to fix their books, and they say we're not going to concentrate on Wayne Hills because it's a loser for us. It's a loser for us because you've neglected it. You've walked away. You've done this.
Did they even renovate the whole complex yet, or was it just the first few buildings?
I don't know. I was that part I don't know, but I do know a thing or two about business. And if you've got a bum leg, in your, I'm sorry. I was going to talk about a dead dog, and I'm sorry. It's not a good thing. So I was trying to find something. But if you've got a loser, right? I live by the motto: automate, eliminate, and automate, delegate, eliminate. And what has happened is you've eliminated Wayne Hills from your PMHA, plethora of apartments, and you've said, well, this Wayne Hills, this is a loser for us. Man, we wish it would just go away. And instead of it being a loser, you and you alone have the power and, quite frankly, the obligation to make that a safer place for people to leave. And guess what? Your rents will probably go up because I'm going to tell you, the people paying the rent are probably the people like we were talking about that says, I'll give you $5,000 to move out. They're not even supposed to be there. And of course, they're going to pay the rent because they don't want anybody knocking on the door. And that's how I think about that.
You're not wrong. I can think of quite a few people that are probably not meant to be there.
Oh, we are having fun. Hey, look, we're going to do this every week. Anyway, so thank you, Sin, for that report. Let me bring back in our, this is supposed to keep us in line, Austin. This is supposed to keep us in line.
Well, I mean, you know how I feel about apartment complexes not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that one report, 3.5 hours standing in a blizzard because one building didn't have heat.
That was Kent Street. Yeah.
I want people that have to live in the apartments to be safe and comfortable in the apartment.
Right.
If it's all you can afford to live in.
Well, it's not even that. It can be a choice. And I agree with you 100%. But I'm adding one layer that a lot of times apartment living is a choice for people that don't want to freaking cut the grass. They don't want to have to worry about the leaves in the gutters. It's very attractive to as an option for some people. And so not only those in need, but those who desire that. We've got a whole young population, a work from home population, and sometimes a well-appointed apartment with all the right gadgets and gizmos and everything up to date that you need, that's the freaking answer, man. You don't have obligations out there. When something breaks, you call a dude and you just keep doing your thing. There's some
problem with PMHA properties, and when you call a dude, they're like, "We'll get to it eventually."
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Ooh,
I have a buddy that lives in PMHA who waited for an entire summer to get the built-in the wall AC system fixed. Waited the entire summer.
One air conditioning
as the fall started, they fixed it. It's like now that he doesn't.
Well, yeah, they got a sale on it.
Like next year you'll be nice.
Oh my!
Sorry that you sweated all of your man bits off, but you'll be fine.
Right? Oh my gracious! Okay, what's next on our thing? Oh hey, dude, we've got to read news.
You can read news. I'll listen to what you're saying.
Oh, okay. Well, this is gonna require. Let me go back and see. I gotta make sure we're good camera wise. Looks like we're pretty good.
Get your reading glasses on, Annie.
Now I'm going back to this screen so I can actually read it. Okay. Oh, this is a good looking fella. Check him out. What is that neck tattoo? Does that mean something? Do you know?
I can't read it from here.
SB255.
I have no idea.
I hope that's not your password to everything.
No.
Oh yeah, he's going over. We've got a monitor here in the studio, and he's going over and we're checking out these tats. Does it say S?
I think it's S8255.
S8255?
I believe so.
Is it to a Z?
It might be. It might be S8Z55.
It could be SBC, S8Z, but we feel like it's ZZ. We should talk to the guy. Bring him in, sit down.
His side of the story.
Yeah, let's see your tats. Tell us this story. All right, here we are. From the bridge tumbles to drunk in the jail lobby. Here we go. Early morning arrest. Portsmouth police caught up with James Cook about 2 a.m. on 17th and Linden on an open warrant for theft. Cook was taken into custody and booked into the Scioto County Pokey. This isn't Cook's first time behind bars. He pleaded guilty for theft back in 2022, agreeing to pay restitution court costs in exchange for a suspended sentence. In 2024, he also was picked up for escape, and his criminal records indicate that he includes failure to comply and possession of drug instruments. Not that just the instruments, just instruments. It's we we ran across some of those in our auction venture. And what do we just call those, glass decorations? Is that what it was? We're talking true here, spontaneous true. But they sent us a bunch of stuff, and it was glass decorations, and they were like Morty and what you call
the Rick and Morty one, yeah.
Yeah, the Rick and Morty.
I sold that to a friend actually.
Oh man.
The messed up part is those things actually sold faster than anything else that we had. Those were gone.
Yeah,
in
man,
2
we
days.
sold them fast.
And we had like 12 of them.
Oh man. Okay, drunk in the jail lobby around 7:30 a.m. Woo, lordy. Scioto County Sheriff's Department didn't have to go far for their next call. They were called to their own jail lobby. Staff reported a drunk man sitting in the lobby who appeared to be confused about where he was. The deputy gave the man a safe ride to Market Street instead of a trip to a cell. Hey, what do you think about that? I like that story. Let's come back to us. Let me do this bit right here. Pardon me.
I actually have a story kind of like that myself.
All right, so let's talk about that. Go ahead.
This was many years ago. I was hanging out with friends, and we went to a abandoned factory up on the other side of Sodaville.
An abandoned factory on the other side of Sodaville. Okay.
They abandoned me there. They left.
Is that the cement factory?
I think so.
All right.
They left me there.
Your whole posse left you.
There was 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
I walked from there all the way to the New Boston police station, and a cop came out and made me get into his personal vehicle and drove me home.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He was like, I just clocked out. He showed me his badge. He's like, I'm a cop. I'm gonna take you home so you don't get in trouble.
That was in New Boston?
Yeah, that was about 10 years ago.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I would say that's going into a police station while drunk is not the best idea, but there could be worse places to stumble into.
Yeah, one could stumble into other places. Traffic, oh man. Yeah. But yeah, if you're drunk in the actual jail building and not real sure where you're at, I don't know.
Tipsy in the jail lobby, but I haven't been drunk.
Yeah, I mean they've got the drunk tank out, but on the other side. But to just be hanging out in the lobby and I don't know where I am. But wow, that could have been so different. That could have turned out so horribly. He could have been somewhere else.
He could have thought he was at King's Daughters.
We don't know.
They don't look much different.
But the deputy evaluated the situation, of course. Noticed he's not a danger to himself or others. He's just drunk, right? And took him home instead of throwing him in jail. How about that? I'm telling you what, that's some Andy Griffith stuff right there, and I'm proud of it. Huh? When Andy Griffith take Otis home, or sometimes Otis would just come put himself in jail. Remember that? He'd just come on.
Just walk in.
Yeah, he'd just walk in.
Behind him.
Oh man! All right, so let's see what we have next. What's next? It says a report from Bubbly Betty Smith. So okay. So we're going to do a report from Bubbly Betty. So go ahead, Bubbly Betty.
Welcome, folks. Betty Smith with Scioto County Daily News with your latest updates. Portsmouth police handle a medication mix-up and a skateboard snag. It was a busy day in Portsmouth. Police officers responded to a pair of theft-related calls. One that turned out to be a misunderstanding, and the other ended up with 2 skateboards returned to the rightful owner. The medication mystery at Hearth Apartments. Officers were first called to the Hearth Apartments after a caregiver reported being harassed and threatened by a neighbor. When officers arrived, they discovered the neighbor believed the caregiver had stolen her medication, which she said she'd hidden in a bag on her table. A quick search solved the mystery. Officers found the medication right where the woman said she had put it, inside the bag on the table. They calmed both parties down, advised everyone, stay civil moving forward. Skateboard stolen and recovered. Just after 5:30 p.m., officers responded to a dispatch on 2nd Street following a report of 2 missing skateboards from the Portsmouth skate park. Police followed leads to 2 addresses in the city, where they recovered both boards and returned them to their rightful owner. The skateboard owner declined to press the charges, and officers documented the incident. Here is a community reminder. These calls serve as a good reminder to double check before calling in a theft and to report suspicious activity right away. In both cases, quick responses and calm heads prevented a bad situation from getting worse. This is your update from Betty Smith at Scioto County Daily News. Back to you, Mark.
What a fantastic report. Thank you, Betty. Bubbly Betty. She's around town. You see her everywhere. Let her tell the story. Betty, next time you go live, which will be, I'm joking. Girl, you are everywhere, and I love it. I love it. I love it. It's by design, people. It's by design. We're all on the same team. We all have the same vision. We want our community to be better for our children, our grandchildren. We know we can do it. We know we can do it. And I'm trying to do my part to help as any way that I possibly can to help make our town, community, our county, something that people don't automatically leave as soon as they graduate high school. If they graduate high school, some of you, we've done your grade cards, but a place that they stay, and a place that they look forward to, and a place that our college brings people in. We're getting college football we're getting college football, folks. This is going to be fantastic, and we want those people to stay. But Betty's story was about an issue that touches almost every family, and that is a family member who has a caregiver, and that family member is obviously having trouble, otherwise they wouldn't be approved a caregiver, and then the caregivers get accused of stuff. And what's your thoughts? Do you know any caregivers? I mean, I think everybody knows a caregiver.
I do. My sister's one, and my mother was one, and my mother used to come home all the time crying from getting her hair pulled, getting smacked, watching somebody that she's grown feelings for. Because when you do that kind of job, you care. You actually care about the person.
You get invested. Absolutely.
And she would come home crying like, this person's getting worse, this person's getting worse.
They're a member of the family. They fall in love. And so when they get worse, they feel bad.
Another thing that a lot of people don't even take into consideration is when some of the families, when you're around here, they don't care. Especially in that moment when the person is the worst down and bad that they can be. The family doesn't want to be there because they don't want to remember that person like that.
I agree. Ask anybody in any nursing home; they'll tell you who visits, And then whenever that sad part comes at the end, they see all these people they've never seen before.
I've worked at a couple of the nursing homes here in town, and I can tell you that when people start getting like dementia and stuff like that, their family stops coming. Almost completely, if not just like once or twice a month, or maybe I was at one of the nursing homes. I'm not going to say which one. I'm not going to say the person's name. They got dementia the week that I started, and I was there for 6 months, and in 6 months I seen one person in that woman's family the entire time.
So where do we come down in this story, folks? Let us know in the comments. I come down, and Austin, he's going to give an opinion. But here's where I come down. The lady that thought her stuff was stolen and called the police, I don't fault her. She's the patient. She's the reason she needs caregivers, right? People decline. So she is absolutely not at fault. The caregiver did a wonderful job answering the phone call, answering the questions, explaining where the medicine was. It was just picture perfect. And, it's nobody's to blame. And I think everybody did their role, including law enforcement, to kind of mediate and knowing the situation, because everybody has families. Cops have families. Everybody has families, and they know this caregiving situation and people getting older. So that's what's called compassionate policing. We have a headline sometimes, and when we do articles on compassionate policing, read them. They're worth a read. Where do you come down on this?
The way I took it is they might want to reevaluate her mental status, because if she can, I'm sure by the way that the home health aide was like, it's there, it's on the table, basically kind of like it's always been there. Did she forget? Is she going to take the medicine and then forget she took it and then take it again?
That's a good point. It's a good point. Not about nothing to do with calling the police. If she can't find it, is she going to forget?
Mm-hmm.
Or forget to the point where she takes too much medicine because she forgot that. Thank you, Austin. That was a very good point.
And if there wasn't a home health aide there at that time for while she called the cops,
right?
That home health aide, if there was one there, should have known where the medicine was. And if there wasn't one there, then why was she trying to take medicine without the home health aide there?
Yeah, because there's people that go around and their job is to give medicine. I know this for a fact, that a guy goes, they have several clients, this small company, but they have several clients, and this one guy's job is to go around and pass meds to everybody and go. So no matter what caregiver's there, this guy's authorized to pass meds. So he goes to the network and makes sure everybody gets their medicine.
I feel like if she's mentally competent enough to remember when and how she took her medicine, maybe they need one of those like square box things that has like different times for the day. That way they could just pop the one out for that day and it says like 9 a.m., noon, 2.
You know those things where you can give your dog treats when you're out of town. You can just go, hey, whoa, Fido, and the food comes out.
The automatic pet
dispensers. Right. Why can't they do that for medicine?
They have those.
And so
it goes right on the wall. You can program it with your phone on an app.
No, really?
Yeah.
And so
then has one of those little paper cup holder things on the side where you can pull the cup out and put it under.
So your grandma lives in Arizona, right? And we're in Ohio, and there's an app somewhere where I can go, hey, Granny, I love you so much. It's your medicine time. Here it goes. Boom, and there comes her 7 o'clock medicine.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I love it. I felt weird for bringing it up.
There's a dispenser you can get that literally shows if the medicine has been dispensed. So, say you're at work and your wife is supposed to take a certain kind of medicine at a certain time. You can pop that app open and it says medicine not dispensed at, and you can call and be like, you forgot to take your medicine, go take it.
All right. So we had another business venture planned for the spring. I have now changed my idea, and we are not going to do the other thing that we'd planned in the spring, but we're going to do that. We're going to build a whole world. Man, that is awesome.
That's a lot of tech.
Huh?
That's a lot of tech to try to understand and program.
Hey, ain't no hill for a climber, baby.
You can just get those little plastic square things with the date and the time, and those things used to be all over my house on every surface. Hey,
let's get back to the news. Oh, man, this is one we got to read. Okay, all right. I'm going to skip down to the bottom for the essence of time. The bottom one gets me. Candy cereal and a getaway on 2 wheels. Police went looking for a sticky-fingered suspect. You sticky-fingered suspect after reports that a man pushing a bicycle stole candy bars, cereals, and drinks from a local store. Witnesses said that he was last seen heading under the overpass towards Doyle's Landing homeless camp. Don't you get me started. Officers searched the area, but were unable to track him down. He got away. I'm trying to, tech. So, hey, that's an issue. We got homeless, stealing some food. They get chased because it is illegal. And now we're talking about Doyle's Landing, which is the only state or city sanctioned homeless camp in the city. It is the only one. The city paid to completely transform Doyle Landing. They put in garbage cans. They did all this stuff. The city created Doyle's Landing homeless camp. And what did they do? Nothing. They don't go change the trash. They don't do walkthroughs. They don't do anything. But the city sanctioned a homeless community. We're supposed to have a homeless task force. You got a homeless task force, and another part of the city is building homeless camps. Come on, people. Every time. But what's your take on, he got away. He got some food. He got away. How you feel?
I have mixed emotions on that because I want people to eat, but I don't want people to steal. But it isn't like he was stealing electronics and...
The blessing boxes are all full of freaking Narcan.
Yeah, Narcan, and most of them that I personally fixed are broken again. You sent me out...
We spent hundreds of dollars repairing blessing boxes 2-3 years ago. We went all over town and fixed blessing boxes at my personal expense, because that was what it meant to me. And Austin did the labor. And so now you're saying a lot of those are destroyed?
No, all of them are. I mean, we replaced doors. The doors are gone. We painted. The paint has been spray painted over or completely just...
I can't hear that. I'm going to have nightmares. I'll be up again tonight. Honey, I'm sorry.
I'm not fixing them again.
I can't stop thinking about stuff. He's not fixing them again. I can't. What are we going to do?
We try to do something to help people in need, and then careless people just come through and just destroy it all.
We try.
Which makes people that do repairs on things like that not want to.
Right. It makes people that want to help not help because the stuff gets tore up or neglected or misused. So yeah, dude steals some food. He gets away with it. The blessing boxes are filled with Narcan. The ones that are working, we repaired some. They're completely destroyed. Anybody else stepping in? Apparently not. The last time they got remodels when I did it. Well, Austin did it, but
I got paid to do it.
Yeah. So you know what? I can't be the only freaking guy taking care of this stuff. How many boxes? You're talking a lot of boxes. We did a lot of boxes.
2, 3, 7.
They're destroyed. 7 blessing boxes completely destroyed. It's not. Hey, it's your turn. It's your turn. We did our part.
I rebuilt the one in Wayne Hills, right in front of the post office in Wayne Hills, and got threatened while I was rebuilding that one just for it to be destroyed the same night.
See, I'm glad you didn't tell me, or if you did tell me, I don't remember. Because either way, wow.
That blessing box was a full rebuild because I had to rebuild the doors, rebuild the shelf, and everything. I actually spent 4.5, 5 hours just on that one box by itself.
Step up. All you people with your nose in the air that keep trying to say you're compassionate and you're going to hold signs and you're going to block traffic and you're going to say that people need to be treated with dignity and respect. Hey, step up. Build the blessing boxes back. Last person to do it.
We're the reason that all the blessing boxes in town are baby blue because it's the only paint I could find.
There you go. Why are the blessing boxes in town baby blue? It's because we only paint we can find enough of to get the
It was a baby blue.
Yeah.
And it stands out pretty.
You snowflakes. You want a professional sign hold. You want to cry for a living, for a life. Well, why don't you get out and do something? Huh?
I think if the whole town would actually come together and start cleaning up and stuff, we can make the town look way better.
Enough talking. You know what? Let me tell you something. I used to teach classes. Yeah, I used to teach classes. Can you believe that? I used to teach managers how to be managers. And I'm going to tell you here, right here and now, that we have a huge problem. And the big problem is people who are being busy. You're being too busy by being busy. You understand what I'm saying? That you are tasked to do a thing, right? And it could be anything. Homeless Task Force comes to mind. And it's a group of people who get together and share information. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do.
I thought you were about to cuss.
Yeah, I did too. But let me tell you something. That's being busy. Hey, you got notes, you got minutes. We've been doing this. Hey, we're looking at the streets. We see the streets. The streets don't say you're doing squat. It's getting cold. It's getting hot. Every freaking year we go through this with this city. Every year. And I've had discussions with every single council person that's there now, previous.
Didn't we do
every single one?
Didn't we do a report? I don't know when. We did a report about somebody that was supposed to be doing something. We went and talked to somebody, and they were like, yeah, somebody came up about 3 months ago with a clipboard and asked a bunch of questions, but that was the last thing we heard about it.
You're being busy. Be busy being productive. Gosh, dog. I love you guys. I love you guys that are watching, but you freaking politicians and you appointees and you latchers on, disgusting. You're disgusting people. You are giving false hope to people.
And Mark, you know what happens when you give a politician Viagra?
Oh my. Uh-oh.
They get taller.
They get taller.
You know who made that joke?
Ooh, a politician.
Nelson.
Huh?
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Willie. We got a report from Baby Toots. Oh, everybody loves Baby Toots. Everybody loves Baby Toots. I forgot to put the daggum screen up here to prove we got a report from Baby Toots. Where we at here? Boom. All right. Time for a report from Baby Toots. Yo, it is past your bedtime, baby. What's your report?
Hello, my diapered friends. So, Baby Toots is just sitting in his crib, munching on some puffs, when boom, the whole world goes wackadoodle dandy. Now, listen up, my babies. There's something grown-ups call a repo, which is short for, I didn't pay, so now someone's taking my car back. Thank you very much. Except this time, it didn't go all nicey nice. Oh, no. This was like Mario Kart, missed payment edition. So this lady, she was driving her beep-beep when she saw some big old trucks sneaking up like monsters in the closet. She calls 911 and screams, "Help! Stranger danger." But it wasn't strangers. It was repo agents. You know, the folks who snatch up your wheels when you stop paying. But she didn't know that. Nope. She just mashed the gas pedal like it was a poopy diaper emergency. She zoomed past a school, flew down the country roads like Lightning McQueen after too many juice boxes, and kept yelling into her phone, "They're blocking me in. I'm scared. Baby Toots gets it. When I drop my binky behind the crib bars, I panic too. Y'all gotta grab her?" But then her car goes all wah-wah, and she glides into a church parking lot like it's the finish line. Now she's hiding in the car, doors locked like, nope. And guess what? All those trucks that scared her? Repo dudes, just doing their grown-up job, like changing diapers that can get stank. Turns out the lady skipped a few car payments, got warned, but instead of calling back and saying, oopsie, she turned it into a baby-level meltdown chase scene. Zoom, past Ironton, zip-zap, near through the forest roads, then clunk, game over in the church lot. The repo guys said she was the crazy driver, swerving and stuff. One even had babies in his truck. Now that's just reckless. I may be Baby Toots, but I know you don't bring little ones to a repo rodeo. Cops came, took notes, made big people frowny faces, and now it's up to the prosecutor to figure out who gets a timeout and who gets their car back. Nobody got boo-boos, no cars got crunched, but holy rattles, it got wild. So, here's my advice. If you miss a car payment, don't play Smokey and the Bandit with the tow truck. Just call the people, say, sorry, and maybe cry a little. It works for me when I don't want to nap. But whatever you do, don't go running from big trucks like you're in a Netflix special for extreme babies and badness. That's the T from Baby Toots. Back to my applesauce. Stay safe, wear your seatbelt, toodle poop.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Baby Toots. Everybody loves Baby Toots. Everybody loves Baby Toots. He's more popular than, he's definitely more popular than me, but he might give Miss Betty a run for her money. Baby Toots. Hey, he brought Baby Toots. He brought something out in that article that stumped me. The repo guy's got his kids in the repo truck chasing this lady around. Whatever. Forget about chasing the lady around. What repo man takes his kids? The freaking repo's dangerous, man. What do you got?
You don't have anything nice to say? Don't say anything at all?
Oh, well.
Censor myself is what I should say.
Yeah, I mean, tamper. People
Right.
think I lose my mind, but I choose.
Even if you got a hot tip that car was at this location, you have enough time to drop children off. A friend, with a family member, there's no way in hell that a kid should be in a tow truck repoing a car. Like we were just talking about while that was playing.
Yeah.
We just had a repo officer not too long ago get killed.
He did.
Look on YouTube and just look up repossessions going wrong, and the list will just go forever.
Or you can look on our news site and look for, the repossession, the poor repo man that got killed. But it happens, and you're gonna bring your kids to work in a dangerous situation like that. I got repo stories I can tell you for a long time, and those of you who know will know that we know. But in the best situation. All right, I gotta tell you a repo story. Geez. All right, so I'm going back, people, but you got to hear this story. I'm gonna help Baby Toots out here. Real talk. Former life, okay. I'm running a skip trace on a guy. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. It's fireworks. I apologize. I run a skip trace on a guy through Ford Motor Credit. Was my client, and I locate him out in West Virginia by Beach Fork Lake, and I went ahead and we did the negotiation through the credit department and with the owner, and so I get orders to go repossess this Ford Ranger, and it was called a voluntary repossession. So a voluntary repossession means that they are surrendering their vehicle. So that's an easy $100 a long time ago. That's an easy $100. Drive out, pick up the car, get the keys, drive away. Easy $100. Easy peasy. So I wanted to go out to Beach Fork Lake. If you guys have been out there, rent a pontoon. That's a great way to spend your afternoon, floating around Beach Fork Lake on a pontoon boat. They're so fun. And so this guy lived very close to Beach Fork Lake. So I invited a lady and children, and thought, well, we'll just swing by and pick up this truck and then head on up to Beach Fork Lake. It's going to be perfect. I get to the house. I got women and children in the car. I get up to the house thinking I'm going to swap keys. And I say to the guy, hey, Ford Motor Credit here to pick up this truck. He says, "Oh, all right. Well, let me. I need to get a couple things out. Can you let me get a couple things out?" I said, "Sure, old buddy." So he reaches in the truck, moves his seat back, and he pulls out a crate, a box, or not a crate, one of them plastic milk crate, and he pulls it out. Now, when he turns from picking that milk crate up, and he turns to me one time, he stands, something changed in that man's eyes. Something changed in that man's eyes, and what I saw go down when he came back up to me, he was mad, bro. He did. Boom! I get in a big fight. I don't like to fight. I'm fighting me and this guy. We're rolling all over this yard. He's going after me. I'm going after him. We're just, rolling all over this yard. Anyway, it's the fight stops with him. He starts laughing. Well, he's laying there in the grass. It's a beautiful day, and he's laughing. Well, now I'm laying in the grass. It's a beautiful day. I got a dude laughing, so now I'm laughing. So we're just laying in the yard laughing, right? I come to find out the story was that he didn't know that it was voluntary, that his ex-wife called in to voluntarily surrendered his truck, and so he wouldn't have no way to get to work and pay his bills and the cost of the divorce and everything. And so she was playing a nasty trick on him, and he kind of lost his marbles there for a second. But did I still take the truck? You daggum right, I took the truck. I get the job done. But hey, I had women and children in the car. I should have never. And that was. I had no indication that was going to be a. Yeah, I did.
Can't be mad at him for doing it if you've done it.
I can. Yeah, I think I can.
But you had an adult woman in the vehicle with you.
Right.
It doesn't
it
doesn't say that with him. It just says that he had children in the car.
Right. Right.
I mean,
it's a bad weather. I did it. Repo guy, come on. But things can go bad. Things can go bad. Things can go bad. Let this be a teaching moment. And those that are in the repossession business, but hey, buddy, hats off to you. Be careful. And the towing business, you guys.
I work in the automotive industry, and I know that towing a vehicle it isn't even about the towing the vehicle that's the unsafe part. It's the loading the vehicle.
Yeah. The load and the unload.
That is one of the most dangerous jobs you can have.
It ain't driving down the highway.
Doing it in a hostile situation is so much worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid to admit that I just had my car repossessed, a month ago?
Right.
They came, they knocked on the door. He told me, hey, you forgot to make your payments. This is how much you owe. And the guy that he had with him was already under my car, chaining everything up. And I'm like,
yeah,
don't mess up my car.
Yeah.
Take the key. Here you go. Drive it back to the lot, and I will be there to get it.
Yeah. Well, that's how you do it.
That's not always how it ends up, though.
No.
Some people, they don't pay their bill, and they get mad because you're embarrassing them in front of their neighbors or their friends or just in general. Pride is a hell of a thing to break.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Oh, here's our next feature. This is going to be my favorite feature. The people that refuse to answer simple questions. I wonder who come up with that idea. This is a daggone thing. I gotta check and make sure we're broadcasting. Oh, dadgummit, I did it again. So we gotta do this right here. The people that refuse to answer simple questions. Oh, it's a feature. It's a feature. Are we ready?
My relationships.
Yeah. All right, you suckers. We need to hear. These people refuse to speak to us. And what I mean is, we have reached out multiple times, not once. Now we went for a second time. And we want to know some answers from these two entities that are having issues. And, people ask, they say, well, why aren't you reporting on this, or something's happening and we want to, well, there's sometimes we're trying our very best. We're, used to say, working the phones, trying to get some freaking answers for you people. And you deserve answers. We deserve answers. And we are the ones that are charged to bring those answers to you. But this week, these are the people that won't talk to you. It's not about talking to us. It's about talking to you. They don't want to talk to you. PMHA. And they don't want to talk about the tragic circumstances at the Buckeye Towers. What? Tragic circumstances at the Buckeye Towers. Let me come out of this screen. I'm going to regret this in a second. But tragic Buckeye Tower. What? Austin, do you know anything about this?
A few things. But are we wanting to talk about it now, or are we wanting to make this whole separate video on it?
I think we're going to make a whole separate video on it, and maybe we should tease that video. It's going to play tomorrow night. And that thing that we're going to do, we're going all up in Buckeye Towers. There is a tragedy, folks. There is a tragedy on the immediate. If we could do a red alert, put up a bat signal, for crying out loud. We got a problem. And PMHA, we've asked not once, we've asked twice. Very, very specific questions. Easy, okay? You don't have to conjure. We didn't use really big words. Answer our questions so we can help the people understand. But we got people trapped in the Buckeye Tower. We got people trapped in the Buckeye Tower because of an elevator.
Mm-hmm. And it literally says, like, when you look up online, because I was looking at the information that I sent you earlier, it says you have to be 65 or older to even apply to get an apartment there. And how many stories is Buckeye Tower? Like 7?
8.
8?
8 stories.
Okay, so you have to be 65 or older to move in there. 8 stories. So everybody from the 4th floor up, they're not going to.
Well, depending on your mobility, everybody from the 2nd floor up.
That's true. But for somebody 65 and above, a flight of stairs, even a few stairs, is dangerous. Just imagine 8 of those damn things.
You get one person, you get a medical call, and an ambulance can't get there. Who are they going to sue? Who are they going to sue? You get one person that has a very serious need. We hear them. We hear sirens all the time. And we do report after report after report of people that are just having no fault of their own. They have a situation. They have a heart attack. They have they have a low sugar. They're breathing their oxygen machines. There's so many things that somebody could have a critical need, and they could die. They could die because these people won't fix an elevator. Who are they going to sue? Who's that family going to hold accountable for that death? Property management, my ass.
I was going to think they're medical, like EMTs, they're not going to be able to get that stretcher up there.
No way.
They're going to have to put them on that hard, thick plastic backboard.
They'd be better off having a damn helicopter come down and drop a basket.
At that age, me as a young person, when I was in a car crash, I was on one of those for an hour and a half, and I had to go to a chiropractor because of it. So just imagine being 65 and above, being stuck on one of those, being maneuvered down 8 flights of stairs, and then the ambulance ride to the hospital, when you could just take the cart, the actual bed, from the back of the ambulance, put it on the elevator, and get it to whatever floor, and have them comfortable
Yes.
safe, warm, comfortable,
Yes.
being able to be transported if they
PMHA, we're coming after you again on the Buckeye Towers. Austin's bringing that to you, that report to you tomorrow. We're going in depth. We're going high and low, baby. We are not letting this go. This is tragic circumstances, and we're aiming to put a stop to it.
If you're going to have a assisted living senior complex, make it effing assist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's supposed to ease their life in their old age.
And we want to talk
Make
about
it where their life is easy.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Don't
That's
get them stuck on the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th floor of the biggest building in that part of town.
Yeah. I mean, you go back, that's what we were talking about. The landlord owes by law the leasee a peaceable environment. Well, being trapped in your 7th floor apartment isn't peaceable. It's the exact opposite of peaceable.
Unless you really, really, really don't want guests.
All right, one guy, I'm sorry, Mildred, I'm sorry, baby. Okay, you do you, baby. Mwah, we love you so much. But the rest of the people, that is not peaceable.
No.
That is not peaceable.
I wouldn't want to be stuck on any floor of a building without a way down except for stairs.
You remember?
And I hate elevators, but elevators are a lot
Yeah.
faster than stairs because I'm not exactly a fit person anymore. So walking down 2 flights of stairs would get me one, let alone 7 or 8.
Well, you are an old man.
I'm not that old.
All right, the next person that's not getting a hold of us, long delay, SOMC. Come on, SOMC. We love each other, don't we? You want to answer simple questions. We did some very simple questions to a very serious question. Long delays for radiology results. Now, that may not sound like much on its face, but let's talk about that just a second. Delayed results for radiology results. Now, who has radiology? What is radiology? Well, radiology is if you break your finger, they're going to do an x-ray of it, right? That's part of radiology. But another part of radiology is CAT scans. When somebody's been, injured, they look at your head. And it also has to do with MRIs. So there's a lot of important testing that needs to be done. Radiologists are the ones that look at those records and make those determinations of what we're looking at and what should happen. And then the primary goes and implements those. And most importantly, are what's called PET scans. And you folks out there know, many of you know what a PET scan is. And that's when they scan your body for cancer. And we have cancer doctors here that are sending people for PET scans. And it is taking way too long to get these results back. And these are cancer patients. These are very sick people. These are injured people that are being brought in by ambulance to have these services. Everyday people, all the way down to the fella that broke, hit his thumb with a hammer. So it affects almost everybody that goes to the hospital. So we're going to use our sources. And we're going to tell you the whole story. You think I just told you the whole story? Come on, I just painted it up a little bit. We're going to tell you the whole story. All right, what happened to the radiology department? What's going on, and why was it fine 6 months ago, but now today it's a problem? We know all that, and we're going to spill the tea, baby. But we were going to try our very best to get a statement from SOMC. They don't want to make a statement. We're going to go ahead and tell you the story, and then I bet you will get a reply from SOMC wanting to set the record straight when they could have done it the last 2 times we've tried to get in touch with them, huh? What do you think about that?
Oh, you know personally that me and SOMC don't get along.
Yeah.
I would go to I would go to King's Daughters every time. But Usually it takes what, an hour, maybe 2, to get X-rays back. I mean, I've broken bones.
Same day, but
Yeah.
yeah, it can be in ER or ED situations, and that's not erectile dysfunction. That's emergency department.
If you want to get a
yeah.
if you want to get a rush on some X-rays, get stabbed, because I got my X-rays back in 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna. It's not on my list. Not on my bucket list.
Well, I shattered this finger, this entire bone here,
Yeah.
and it took 3 hours to get the X-ray back on just this one finger.
Well, still 3 hours. I mean, come on, what these people are talking about. I'm telling you what. We got to thank you guys for watching. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have had such a wonderful time with you folks. And so we're going to wrap it down. Oh, man, we did this for an hour, man. This is an hour and 10 minutes. Oh, I've had a good time. I hope you've had a good time too. I hope you make this. I want to make this kind of a weekly thing where
It's better than getting chased in the Street Beats car.
it's better than getting chased in a Street Beats car. Those of you that saw what happened in a Street Beats type situation. Hey, this is SCDN. We're number one for a reason, and that reason is you. And please like this video, share the video, all the things you're supposed to say about, hey, do this, do that. Please do those things. And we want to make this a weekly thing. So the only way we can make it a weekly thing is if people are watching. Yeah? Watching and sharing.
Following, like and subscribe kind of things.
Yeah,
all the YouTube things.
All the YouTube things. We are looking into the 5-year, you're looking at your 5-year plan, and they're saying that most businesses in 5 years will mostly have a YouTube presence, and their YouTube presence will be more important than their website. And the content that they're putting out. So we are forward thinking, and we're looking down the road, and so we're building our YouTube platform as the trends predict, and so by the time that we get to that point, we'll have a fully functional type of fun way that we can deliver to you the news and do some commentary and have some fun and just get to know one another a little bit. I think that's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need that Mr. Beast money. We can buy a skyscraper or two.
Oh man, let's get that. Hey, don't get me started. Oh, don't get me started. Yo, Portsmouth. Y'all need to borrow $4.5 million. I'm just putting that out there. Kind of overshot it on this whole freaking city building thing, didn't you? Oh man, so they're going to sell bonds. So you can invest in bonds. Read my article. I'll put it in the description. Read my article about the riskiness of municipal bonds. But you're going to pay 6% interest. I don't know. Is that a good return for you, investor class? Minimum investment's $5,000, and then it goes in $5,000 increments. And they need to raise $4.5 million. They're going to spend the $4.5 million. They're just going to try to raise it back through selling these. I don't know. I've got some money. You city, you want some of this. You want some of this. I don't know, man. I made a really terrible investment a couple of years ago on the thing, and I would just go ahead and do that again. Yeah, I would just go ahead and do that again. Good luck with your $4.5 million worth of freaking municipal bonds.
If we do that again, you're hiring me an assistant this time.
Oh my gosh! Look, we love you. We're speaking in jest. We're talking loud. I know. We're putting some points down. We're laying down some truth bombs. But ultimately, it's for the betterment of the community. Okay, we're doing this for you guys. We want your lives to be better. We want your children's lives to be better. We want your grandchildren's lives to be better. I think generational. I can't help it. I believe the meaning of life is legacy. And so things I do are legacy related things. And so just please, I know we're having fun and we're talking about some serious subjects and we're raising some serious things. But at the end of the day, we all, even you put a D or an R on your name, we can all agree on probably 80% of everything in the world. Maybe 82.7821%.
That can be considered as a sticky situation.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying there's enough humanity that we agree on the overwhelmingly majority of the worldview. Then we do disagree. But we spend the 87% of the time talking about watch me do math real quick, 13% of the stuff that we don't agree on.
Yeah, pretty much.
When we could spend 87% of the time talking about 87% of the stuff that we agree on. Oh, kumbaya, guys, come on.
You can't have that, though. You can't have 87% of agreement. That doesn't make for good news.
Yeah, it's a business killer, but I'd rather report on fuzzy bunnies anyway, and you know it, and I've said it a bunch.
Yeah, but would the politicians want fuzzy bunnies?
No, the politicians,
they want that
stuff. They want fuzzy bunnies. They want me to shut up. That's what
they want that stuff that we report on so they can do that stuff underneath it without anybody knowing.
Oh, so they want me to do fuzzy bunnies so they can do their tomfoolery in the background?
Yeah.
See, I don't like politicians, okay? I'm just going to tell you. You know it. I don't like them because we are supposed to hold them accountable. They are supposed to represent the people that voted for them and put them in office, as well as the people that didn't vote for them, that hate your guts. They represent them equally. No special interest, no side deals, no. You represent your constituent, whether you're a county trustee, whether you are on a board of an EMS, a fire unit, whether you are a council person, whether you're the county commissioner, or whether you're the state representative, you represent us. And you are accountable. You signed up for the job. You're taking our money for your paycheck. So we demand transparency in return. Yeah, go do the job. Please make the tough choices on our behalf and just be honest with us in return. That's all we ask. That's all we ask in return.
It seems like here lately, there's like a piece of paper here and it's like yes, no, maybe. And they're just like,
why'd Bob vote? Well, Bob voted yes, then I'm a definite no. All right, guys. Thank you.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so very much. And we're having fun. We're going to see you guys next week. Thank you so much.
Around, my friend, don't hide it when it shines. One little jar turns the dark to gold. One's the young and heals the old. One's the young and heals the old. Pass the light.